I'm far from perfect. But what I have now is I have an internal checklist. If I'm not sleeping well, if I'm not exercising, if I'm drinking, if my diet's poor enough, I'm not talking, and I'm working too much, then my mental health will start to suffer. So I've got a checklist that I can go, when I start to feel anxious, I can go, okay, I can stop, I can sit down with my wife and my GP and go, how much are you working? I'm working too much. I'm not getting enough sleep. I've stopped exercising. And exercising is really important because there's a physical aspect to it, but exercise is far more important for me emotionally. I ride a bike because my bike is my freedom. It's the place where I go. I can think clearly, I can get clarity, I can just relax, I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I tick the box from a physical perspective, but most importantly, I have a really strong emotional connection to cycling. If I don't do it, I get anxious, and it impacts every area of my life. So I've got a checklist that I can fall back to, and invariably when I'm anxious and I'm not starting to feel well emotionally, I can identify one of those things or a number of those things that I'm not doing, which then puts me in a position where I can begin to address them really quickly. And if we were doing this interview 8 weeks ago, I was very anxious, I was withdrawing, I was very stressed, having a lot of internal conversations, still fulfilling all of my commitments, but in an 8-week period I turn that around, and I do that. And the other thing that I'm starting to think about now is that it's seasonal for me. Because I don't like winter. Yeah. I hate it. I'm an outdoors person. I love the warmer weather. I love the sun. And in winter, normally I stop exercising because it's too cold on a bike. So I bought a wind trainer because I hadn't ridden for 5 weeks. And I came home one day and I said to my wife, Rachel, I said, I'm not dealing with this really well. She goes, what's the matter? I said, I haven't ridden my bike for 5 weeks. So I've got to ride my bike. I do that inside. And when I've been reflecting this year about what's happened annually, it's almost as if I get to winter and things change. So
it says a lot about why we've got so many Irish in Australia, mate.
It's look, everybody's different, and I think my answer then is more about I just have a greater self-awareness.
Yeah, for sure.
I know what works and I know what doesn't work, and I'm not prepared to compromise that. Whereas for 12 years I did.